Look at this. That's how you get into the Christmas spirit. Just light up your Christmas tree. It's that easy. Hey everyone, welcome to a really minimalistic episode of Creamed. This audio quality is not going to be good because I'm recording this off my iPhone and I'm in Bangladesh right now, so I don't have my equipment. You're just going to have to deal with this, really. And you might be asking, why are you... That gave me a seizure. So you might be asking,
why are you making a video if you don't have your equipment?
I just kind of felt like it. I mean, I was getting bored, alright? My cousin's not here, so, oh my god, can you shut up? So y'all might know that I just released my Christmas EP, and I just wanted to give you a bit of detail about how this Christmas EP came together and why I released a Christmas EP instead of an album. I had plans of releasing an album, and that didn't happen. Here's why. I'll tell you. First and foremost, Merry Christmas to anybody watching this. This is not coming out on Christmas Day. It's coming out on Christmas Eve, so I don't know if that counts as Christmas, but if it does, then awesome. But Merry Christmas and have a great New Year. Just wanted to get that out of the way. I swear I hate these construction workers. This is why I don't like making videos without equipment. Now, this EP was not planned. It was kind of like something I did because I gave up on the actual thing I was working on, which was an entire album. And I'm thinking of releasing the album next year because the reason I was hopeless about it is because of two reasons. The first one being I didn't have any time, and the second one being I didn't want the album to turn out bad. So I just decided, let's release this EP for now and work on the album later, next year, you know? Because I don't want the people who listen to my music to not like my music. My main purpose, my main goal is for people to like my music, and what's a better Christmas present than getting people to like your music? For me, at least, right? And getting new musical equipment, which is actually much better. Now, I have an agreement for releasing projects, and that agreement is that if it's a Christmas project, it can be released before Christmas, it can be released on Christmas, but it cannot be released after Christmas. And that's a very important thing to me personally, because I don't want to get people hyped about something that's over. And so it's very important that I plan things accordingly so that I can release it either before or on Christmas and it doesn't end up sounding like crap. Which is one of the main reasons I could not finish this album. This album meaning the album I was working on before I decided to release the EP. One of the biggest reasons is that I wanted this album to sound good. I could have easily just put something together in one day, but I didn't want to do that because I want this album to sound legitimately good and good for the human ears to listen to. Which is the reason this EP was presented, because I didn't have time, which is another really important factor for making a project. However, my plans are that I'm gonna release this album next year, and I'm not gonna tell you the name of the album yet, but I will release it next year, next Christmas. These construction workers will not stop annoying. Alright, now we move on to how the EP was made. Just one thing. In a day, and I was rushing like hell. So basically, this EP was made in a day, and I was like really working hard the entire day. I really wanted to get this done because it was the day before we left. And of course, I cannot work on an EP when I'm here because I don't have my equipment with me and I don't want to load up our bags. Which is the reason I didn't happen to spend more time on it. Miraculously, this EP ended up sounding better than I thought it would. Not saying that everybody is gonna think that this is a masterpiece or it's incredible, but to me, and for somebody who just wants to get into the mood, get into the Christmas spirit, but experience something a bit different, I feel like this was a really good effort, and I'm kind of proud of it. Not to brag or anything, but this happened to turn out really, really good. Much better than I thought it would. And this EP is called A Jazzy Little Christmas. And it's on YouTube right now. It's like 11 to 13 minutes long. You can go check it out if you want to. And I hope you enjoy it. So this EP is called A Jazzy Little Christmas because I felt like it was just the appropriate title. I love jazz and I love Christmas, so why not mix it together? On this EP, I didn't want to visit just jazz or just R&B. I wanted to go experimental, I wanted to go like funky, and I think that's one of the things that I like about the EP that I just made, because it's experimental, it's kind of chill, and I did pull from a lot of influences that I'm probably pretty sure a lot of people haven't heard of. I wanted to really introduce that style to the world. I think it turned out great. And since this is a creamed episode and not a promotion for my EP, let's get into Christmas. just Christmas in general. Christmas is truly the most beautiful time of the year. And I say that not because the songs say it all the time.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
But I say that because I truly, personally, within a very special place in my heart, believe that that's true. Because, for one, Christmas is a time for you to spend with your family, get together, have some fun, forget about your troubles. It's like a dream, It's a beautiful, beautiful world. Nothing bad can happen because it's Christmas. Why do you think people love to hear about Christmas? Why do you think people feel warm when they hear about Christmas and get excited? Why do you think there's kids playing on the streets? Why do you think the malls are completely loaded with so much stuff and so much merch from Christmas? It's because the excitement is formed through happiness and fulfillment. And Christmas, not to get my words wrong, but kind of marks the end of the year, right? And Christmas is a very happy time for everybody to get together, to love and not hate each other, not do acts that other people consider bad, and definitely not to do acts that may disappoint other people. And if you do not agree with my beliefs, then you're a terrible, soulless, heartless piece of crap. You see that irony there? Forget it. So what I'm trying to say is that Christmas is not just a time for just being with your family, but it's also a time for reflecting, forgetting the bad things in life, embracing the good things. Christmas is a very celebratory time to be alive in, right? Which basically means that you get to express your thoughts and feelings with your friends, say I love you to a lot of people, and really mean that I love you from inside your heart. And you know why? Because it's Christmas. Christmas is the day that Christ was born. Christ being born to not just people who are Christians, but to people of any religion. The Son of God being born is one of the best things that has ever happened to humanity. The fact that God is in our embrace, the fact that God is around us everywhere, that thought gives us hope, and it gives us strength and energy to keep moving forward. And that is truly something that Christmas brings. Throughout the year, I'm just gonna create a hypothetical situation. Think about this teenager named Bob. I couldn't think of a better name. This kid named Bob, he's worthless, alright? He basically has, no talent, nothing, nobody likes him, nobody cares about him. He feels bad, and he feels dark and terrible inside. I'm a dark person. Bob has been feeling terrible, alright? Let's just keep it at that. Bob has been feeling terrible throughout the entire year, and it's finally Christmas. Bob doesn't have to feel that terrible anymore, because Christmas, like I said, was a time for happiness. Bob has committed a lot of sins. He usually isn't liked by anybody, but on this day, he is loved by so many people. On this day, he has so many people in his embrace, and he has been feeling hopeless, and now on this day, in Christmas, he finally gets to stop feeling that way. Of course, until next year strikes, and then we back. But as the song Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas says, from now on, our troubles will be miles away. That doesn't completely, of course, it's an exaggeration. It's a hyperbole. It doesn't completely mean that all our troubles are just gonna be gone next year because Christmas. Rather, what it means is that next year is gonna be better than this year. And every year after Christmas, it keeps getting better and better and better. And that's something that not only we're doing, but the man upstairs and the power within us is doing. And I don't want to get too preachy, but I'm just trying to say that we're all loving human beings. We all have compassion within us. We all have excitement. A part of us is negative, but the other brighter part of us is positive. And we must spread that positivity throughout Christmas. Christmas gives us that opportunity to do that. I think that's what makes Christmas so special. I've probably given more than one reason for Christmas being special, but I'm pretty sure there's more than that. In the end, what I'm really trying to say is that get the Christmas EP right now. It's on YouTube right now. Link in description. Alright, I'm kidding. Don't leave. What I'm really trying to put across to everybody is that Christmas is not a time for you to be sad and lonely. Get with your family. If you don't have family, go with your friends. If you don't have friends, have a good Christmas, alright? And I'll see you next year. Have a really happy new year.